So as promised, here's a tutorial on how to use Microsoft Word and post right from Word to your WordPress blog. Um, I'm just going to open up my Word. My Word is already open. Um, it'll open when you open it up. You have a new document. Now you can use right here. You can start to type and do everything you need to do for your blog right from here. But though I find it that you'll find less glitches if we actually just go right to posting to our blog. So what we do is we go into File and we go into Save and Send. Now, if you're using Microsoft Word 2013, your interface is actually not going to look like this. It's going to look a little different. So when you're in your File tab right here, you're just going to look for Share rather than Save and Send. You'll just say Share here. So we'll just click on our Save and Send on this version. And then you're going to look for Publish as a blog post. We'll give that a click. We have some information here, and all we're going to do is publish as a blog post. It doesn't actually go to your blog. It just opens up another document, but it just looks a little different. That's all. It's just getting it all ready for your blog. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're not going to really worry about setting up our blog first. We're just going to enter some content in here, and then we'll get into how to set up our blog up here. So the first thing you're going to notice is enter a post title. So once you have a title for your blog post, you just put it in here. Most times it's easier, like an activity that we need to respond back to, or we're just giving some kind of title. We want to click into this part here. Don't worry about where this blue line, here's this blue line won't show up. This is just like a separator, just to let the blog know that this is a title, and then this is where the content will go. So I'll just put some text in here. This is text. It's really simple. Keep it all simple right now. Once you have everything here, you're going to notice that you do have your, you can change up your text here, and we have our styles and stuff like that. We won't worry about this stuff right now. We'll just worry about just just simple text. Um, what I like to do is I just like to just highlight my text, and I like to go to Times New Roman just because this is a really safe font for posting on anything into the web. We'll just do that. I won't change anything else because we'll just keep it really simple. So I'm just going to hit enter and just get my cursor on the bottom here. And when you look on your ribbon, you're going to see a tab here. It says insert. So we can do a table, picture, clip art, shapes, smart art, chart, or we can take a screen chart. There's a hyperlink, there's word art and symbols. So we got some options what we can use there um, to post to our blog. So one of the things I noticed everybody else had trouble with was always how to get a table in there. So I'm just going to do a 3x3 table and just put some text in there. So dog, cat, bird, and then we'll just do 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did put a 4 there. And A, B, C. Just so we have something in our table. Now, what happened with this is that when we have our table, when we first publish to our blog, there won't be you won't see the actual table. You'll just see the spacing in between. But there is actually a table there. If you look at the coding, there will be the coding of how to put a table in there. There's a couple of things that when you click on this, you'll get your table tools here. You can go and do some, if you want to do some fancy stuff to your table, you can. I just advise not to do it at this stage. If you're just learning how to do it, just keep it really basic. But if you do want to if you do want to see your table, you're going to have to go into the borders part here. You'll get all these options here, but you need to go right to the bottom. It says borders and shading. Give that a click. Get your dialog box open, and you're going to get these options here. You're going to have the style. You can have all the dotted lines. Just keep it as the first one. Don't touch this one. And you want to say you have to give this one. So for some reason, you have to go in here, even though it says automatic. Go to the black. The width, you can go half point. I'm just going to go 3/4 point just so that you can kind of see it. This, don't worry about it, and just push OK. It doesn't seem like anything happened, but in the background it actually will show up. Your table will show up. The other thing we want to do on our insert tab, we'll pick a picture. So I'll just pick this koala bear. Now this is a huge picture. So what I want to do is I just want to resize this. So I always pick the corners. The reason being is that it's going to keep the size of the picture, the aspect ratio of this picture, the same. I can just size it down like that. I don't usually use the middle parts. Reason being is that it changes the look of the picture. You know, it ends up stretching it out too much, or it just changes the whole look of it. So just use the corners, just to keep it really simple and basic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go above that picture and give it some space, and then go up to insert again, and I'm just going to put some shapes in here. So we can deal with any kind of shapes we want. If we're doing some kind of graphics here, you'll get your drawing tables or your drawing tools up here. We can apply some color to it, whatever effect. You can go all the way in here and put this different effects in there if you want. Just for the interest of this one, I won't do it. I'll put a star in here just so that you can see that we have some other text that is in here, and I'll just color this. So I'll put a green in there. So we have our, just to recap on this one, so we have our title, we have some text that's in here, and then we have a table with some text in there. We've got some shapes from our drawing tools, and we have a picture. So now how do we get this to our blog post? Well, we go in here. Well, we do have the publish, but because we haven't set it up, it'll take us a long way around. So all we're going to do is we're going to go click on the manage accounts. I have my blog already set up here, but I'll go step by step now. So all you're going to do is you're just going to click on new. You're going to get a new blog account, and it says blog and choose your blog provider. Click on the drop down arrow, and you'll see that there's the common ones that it works with, and you go to other if there's another one, but we will use WordPress, so we'll just click on WordPress, and then we're going to click next. So this part of it is very important. So it says blog post URL, and it says enter your part here. So I have my, I'm going to go in my browser. I have my blog already open, and I'm already logged into it. So you don't have to, but it just keeps it nice and easy and simple if I just log into it, just for the sake of this. But we're going to look up here, and we're just going to grab this right here. We're going to grab our students blog. You want to just grab this part. You might want to make sure there's nothing after your name. Here's my other part here. You don't want anything like this after your name. You need just this URL. So we'll just control copy, control C, and we'll go back. And now when we paste this, all you're going to do, you got to make sure that this is left. You do not want to erase all of it. You need this ending part right here, the slash / xml rpc.php. You need this part. So a lot of people still say, I can't log into my blog, or doesn't the blog doesn't want to take my information. It's usually because of this part here. So all we're going to do is go right from this character right here, and go right there, highlight it, and then I'm just going to hit Control V, which is paste. And now I have so I have 2 forward slashes before that. It's important. If I actually didn't have that other forward slash, you'll run into that problem where it doesn't want to take it. And now all we're going to do is just put in our username, which is that one. That's my username, whatever your username is, and then our password. Click on your remember your password, just so that you don't have to keep doing this over and over again. But if you're on a public computer or anything like that, or a school computer, and you don't want that that option there, then just click that off. Don't worry about it. But if it's your personal computer, just so you don't have to do this over and over again. Not this part, but just publishing part, it'll keep asking you to put your username in. So I'm just going to click mine off and just say OK. You'll get all these dialog parts come off. Here's a security one. If you want, you don't have to continue, but if you're doing this, then you would say yes. And then if you did everything successfully, it will say account registration successful. So we'll just push OK. And then in our blog account, it'll say your blog. So I have two of them, so it actually put a 1 in front of it because it recognized it. So I'm just going to remove that. So it should just say something like that, whatever your name is, whatever your blog name is. Now you can have lots of different blogs, and you can have all of them in one place. And then if you're doing this crossover from blog post to blog post, you can just have that in your managed accounts. So I'm just going to close that. And then I'm going to go over to publish. Don't click the icon part. You want to click where the drop down arrow is, and it says, gives you two options, publish and publish as draft. I always use the publish as draft just because this allows me to see it as a draft in my once I get back to the website, if I need to do any editing and stuff like that, so it doesn't go right to the, it doesn't get posted right away. So once I've pushed the draft, you're going to get all these again, these dialog boxes. Now you can click on do not show this message again just so that you don't keep seeing this. I just need mine unchecked just because this will happen. I'll say yes to it. It says it again, and it says it again, and do mine does it for some reason 3 or 4 times. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's two. I don't know why. There's some kind of little bit of glitch between, but it eventually will do it, and then you'll see this part. It'll say this post was published to your blog at the timestamp. Now I'll just leave this open for the time being. I'm going to go back to my blog. Now it doesn't publish, so you have to go into your back of your end. So wherever your dashboard is, go into your dashboard. Mine's open, and you'll see it, and then go to your post. Mine's open, and I just have to refresh mine. Give it a couple seconds, and then here's my test. So it's already there. I'm just going to preview this, just to show you that it's there. So it comes out. There's everything there. Our title, some text, our table that is showing. So you can see it's all bordered up. We have our little diagrams that we drew. Not diagrams, our little pictures. For some reason, it reversed it. So it was interesting. And then there was our picture. So I'm just going to hit my backspace just to go back once. And then I'm just going to, my test, I'm just going to go into edit. Give it a couple seconds, and there it is right here. So if I needed to do anything more to this, I can do it here. I advise not to do it from here, just because you just run into less problems. Just go back to your Word document here if you do need to do any changes, because it's interesting that these two things, you can see the star and the circle actually reverse. So sometimes you just might have to do a couple little tweaks to it. For some reason it went like that. If I hit my text, you can see there's all the coding. Since I can do coding, I can go in here and clean up things if I need to. One thing you don't want to do is, after you went from visual to text, you don't want to go back. For some reason, there's a little bit of a glitchy thing on here. So what I do is, before I go back to visual, I'll hit save draft and let it refresh, and then it does whatever it does. For some reason, it will do. It doesn't. It's not as glitchy. So everything's here. I can go back and preview this again. And if I do need to clean up any of this, I have it here. I can go back into this one. Again, maybe you don't want to do that. You just want to do everything over here. Now for our table here, I'm just going to click on my tables, go into design, go back into my borders and shading. And if I want this not to have any borders, I can just click the white one. Just click that, and then you'll see that there's actually still a table there. It's just colored white. And all I'm going to do is just hit publish as a draft again. Go through the same process. 4 times the term. There it is, and then it'll timestamp it again. Go back over here, refresh my post, and there's my table. It's still there, right? And I can go into preview, and it'll do the exact same thing over here. So that's pretty much what all you need to do. So what I'll do is, when I'll upload this, and I'll upload my test, and if there's any questions or anything, just comment on this test one, and hopefully that make WordPress a little bit easier for a lot of people out there. There is another way. I'll do another video using another program. Actually, just the same program if you're using a PC. Other than that, I hope this helps a lot of people out there, and looking forward to hearing any comments or how people are working with this. All right, thanks. Bye.